Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin's hidden truth, the untold story of their baby. What secrets lie behind the glamorous smiles of Korea's golden couple? The world adores their fairy tale romance. But when it comes to their child, mystery and speculation swirl endlessly. Are they hiding something the public has yet to uncover? Stay with Red Carpet Revealed as we dive deep into the unseen side of this star couple and explore the untold story that has everyone talking. What happens when the most adored couple in Korea, perhaps even in all Asia, tries to live a private life under the brightest spotlight imaginable? That is the question that has hovered like a persistent shadow over Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin ever since their fairy tale wedding in March of 2022. On the surface, their love story seemed like the perfect drama, two megastars with glittering careers, adored by millions, who first enchanted audiences as co-stars before falling in love for real. But behind the headlines, behind the photographs of their wedding day that looked like they were ripped from a movie set, there has always been something more. An unspoken tension between the public's insatiable curiosity and the couple's desire to guard the most intimate parts of their lives. That tension exploded into a full-blown mystery the moment news broke that son Ye-jin was pregnant. The beginning of their story feels almost cinematic. Before they ever stood side by side as the romantic leads in Crash Landing on You, Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin first worked together on the film The Negotiation in 2018. At the time, fans were intrigued by their chemistry. But it was in Crash Landing on You that sparks truly flew. The series was not just a domestic hit, it became a global phenomenon, sweeping across Asia, Europe, the Americas through Netflix, turning Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin into household names far beyond Korea's borders. Their on-screen romance, with its sweeping gestures and impossible obstacles, became the stuff of legend. And as often happens, audiences began to wonder, could the actors themselves be in love? Speculation built like wildfire. Paparazzi photos, vague comments and interviews, coincidences that fans dissected frame by frame. Every gesture between them was scrutinized for evidence of something deeper. By the time their agencies confirmed their relationship in early 2021, few were truly surprised. Fans had been hoping, even praying, that the magic they saw on screen was not confined to fiction. When the confirmation finally came, the world seemed to sigh with collective relief. The fairy tale was real. And so came what many called the wedding of the century. On March 31, 2022, Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin exchanged vows in a lavish yet tasteful ceremony at the Aston House in Seoul's Grand Walker Hill Hotel. Photos released afterward showed them smiling with the kind of joy that only true love can ignite. Dressed in elegant Dior gowns and Tom Ford suits, surrounded by an exclusive guest list of Korea's most prominent stars. Media outlets worldwide plastered their images across front pages, and fans wept at the beauty of it all. It wasn't just a wedding, it felt like the fulfillment of a dream for millions who had followed their journey from screen to reality. But fairy tales always come with their shadows. In Korea, as in many parts of the world, questions about children inevitably follow a marriage. When would the Crash Landing couple have a baby? What would their child look like? Would the baby inherit Hyun Bin's striking charisma or son Ye-jin's delicate beauty? These questions began almost immediately, whispered at first but growing louder with each passing month. The media, eager to feed the public's curiosity, churned out article after article speculating about their family plans. Fans filled forums with predictions and hopes. And though the couple remained gracious, the weight of expectation pressed upon them. Then, in June of 2022, came the announcement. In her own words, son Ye-jin confirmed via Instagram that she was pregnant. The message was understated, filled with humility and gratitude. But the effect was seismic. Fans around the world erupted in celebration. Headlines screamed with joy. Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin expecting first child. Brands rushed to associate themselves with the news. Congratulatory hashtags trended on Twitter, and Korean entertainment news programs replayed clips of the couple's past interviews with new context. The story of Korea's golden couple had entered a new chapter. Yet, even in that moment of happiness, the seeds of mystery began to sprout. Unlike many other celebrity parents, Hyun Bin and son Ye-jin made it clear that they intended to keep details about their baby private. No gender reveal parties, no sponsored photo shoots, no public baby registries. Their choice was intentional, almost defiant. In an industry that often thrives on exposure, for every other piece of good news, they chose to share only the bare minimum. And with each act of withholding, curiosity deepened. As the months passed, Sun Ye-jin stepped back from public appearances. Her absence was felt, but understood. Fans left messages of support, praising her decision to prioritize her health and her child. Hyun, meanwhile, balanced his career with his role as a soon-to-be father. Projects but often asked in interviews how he was preparing for parenthood. His responses were polite but cautious, carefully steering away from too much detail. November of 2022, the world was on edge, waiting for the baby news. And then it came. Sun Ye-jin gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The announcement was joyous but brief. A statement from her agency confirming the baby's arrival. Photographs were released. No additional details were offered. The couple had entered parenthood, but on their own terms. This, however, only deepened the mystery. For the first time in years, the most public of couples became silent. Fans expected at least one official photo, perhaps a glimpse of the newborn's tiny hand or feet. Instead, they got nothing. Every attempt by paparazzi to snap a photo was thwarted. Every rumor about the baby's appearance was unconfirmed. For some, this was frustrating. For others, it was admirable, a rare act of defiance against the voracious appetite of celebrity culture. Behind the glowing headlines, shadows had indeed begun to form. Protecting their child's privacy, Hyun and Sun Ye-jin had opened a new chapter not only in their own lives but in the ongoing debate about celebrity, family, and the right to private life in a hyper-connected world. Joyous as the baby's arrival was, it was clear that the couple was entering uncharted territory, balancing fame and family in ways no one could have predicted. And so part one of their story closes with a lingering question: in a world where every secret becomes a headline, how long can Korea's golden couple shield their child from the spotlight? The answer lies ahead. Silent choices they make, in the privacy they fight to preserve, and in the untold story that continues to captivate millions around the globe. The birth of Hyun and Sun Ye-jin's son in late November 2022 should have been a moment of uncomplicated celebration. Fans around the world waited breathlessly, convinced that the proud parents would share at least one photograph, one glimpse into the new chapter of their fairy tale romance. Instead, what followed was silence, deliberate, intentional silence. And in that silence, a new narrative was born. One more compelling than any drama either star had acted in: the mystery of the baby. The announcement had been brief. Sun Ye-jin's agency confirmed the baby was healthy, that both mother and child were doing well. Hyun's agency echoed the statement. That was all. No name, no photos, no interviews. For the public, accustomed to every detail of celebrity lives being magnified and broadcast, the absence of information felt jarring. The most visible couple in Korea had suddenly become invisible, in the one area people cared about most. That moment forward, paparazzi descended like hawks. Hospitals, family homes, vacation spots, wherever the couple might appear. Photographers lurked, hoping to capture even the faintest glimpse of the child. But Hyun and Sun Ye-jin were ready. Security was tightened. Their inner circle was small and fiercely loyal. And so, the baby remained hidden. This only fueled speculation. Online forums buzzed with theories. Some fans insisted the couple was waiting for a magazine cover deal. Others speculated about health concerns or cultural traditions. International tabloids spun half-truths into headlines. Yet through it all, the couple remained steadfast in their silence. Occasionally, Sun Ye-jin would post on Instagram a photo of flowers, a quiet meal, the back of her child's tiny head resting against her shoulder. Each post became a subject of intense scrutiny. Fans zoomed in, analyzed the angle of light, tried to piece together details from the smallest of clues. But there were no revelations. The couple gave the world just enough to remind everyone that they were happy, yet never enough to satisfy curiosity. Paradox was clear: the more they protected, the more people wanted. Every act of privacy became a headline. Every refusal to share a photograph deepened the aura of mystery. And so, unintentionally, Hyun and Sun Ye-jin's son became one of the most famous unseen figures in Korean entertainment. Why such secrecy? To understand, one must look beyond the glitter of celebrity and into the cultural context of Korea itself. In a society where public image is everything, where the line between personal and professional lives often blurs, Stars are pressured not only to entertain but to live as symbols. For women especially, questions about marriage and children are relentless. Ye-jin, who built her career on her grace and talent, found herself thrust into an even harsher spotlight the moment she became a mother. By withholding details, her claimed agency over her own life and her child's future. Hyun, too, understood the stakes. Known for his calm, measured demeanor, rarely engages in public drama. But those who know him say his protective instincts run deep. For him, keeping his son's face out of the tabloids is not just a matter of privacy, it is a matter of safety, of dignity. In interviews promoting his films after the birth, he answered questions with polite brevity, focusing on his work and deflecting any attempts to pry into his family life. Yet rumors continue to swirl. Were they planning to move abroad to shield their child from Korea's relentless media culture? Had they already signed secret deals for endorsements? Was there tension between their desire for privacy and the public's expectations? Each rumor, no matter how unfounded, added another layer to the narrative. And through it all, the couple maintained silence, choosing dignity over spectacle. The baby, meanwhile, became something larger than life, a symbol of innocence caught in the machinery of fame. Without ever being seen, he represented the conflict at the heart of modern celebrity culture, the clash between human privacy and public hunger. He was, in many ways, the most mysterious star in Korea. His existence whispered about but never fully revealed. For fans, this created a strange duality. On the one hand, many respected the couple's choice, praising them for drawing boundaries and refusing to exploit their child. On the other, curiosity gnawed. People who had followed their love story from crash landing on you to their wedding now felt entitled to the next chapter. They wanted to witness the family's happiness firsthand. And so, admiration mingled with frustration, poured with longing. Ye-jin herself addressed the issue indirectly. In one heartfelt social media post, she thanked fans for their support, urging their curiosity but asking for understanding. "The child deserves to grow up without the weight of cameras," she wrote. The message was widely shared, translated into multiple languages, debated endlessly. Some saw it as a brave stand. Others, perhaps less sympathetic, accused the couple of being too secretive. Hyun, for his part, remained largely silent. His actions spoke louder than words. He turned to acting, promoting films with his trademark professionalism. Private life remained off limits. To colleagues, he confided that fatherhood had changed him, given him new perspective and strength. Yet to the public, he gave nothing but guarded smiles. In this way, the mystery persisted. Each month without a photo added to the legend. Each year of silence transformed the story from simple privacy into myth. Fans began to joke that the baby was Korea's invisible prince, a child both adored and hidden. But beneath the humor lay a deeper question. In a world where every secret eventually becomes a headline, how long could the couple maintain this silence? Truth is that Hyun and Ye-jin had already redefined what it meant to be celebrities in Korea. By refusing to surrender their child to the spotlight, they challenged the unspoken rule that public figures must bear everything. They drew a line in the sand, one that others in the industry quietly admired. Protecting their baby, they not only safeguarded his childhood but also carved out a rare sanctuary for themselves. So, the untold story of their baby remains exactly that, untold. Perhaps one day, when the child is older, people will choose to reveal more. Perhaps not. But for now, the mystery endures, captivating fans and frustrating tabloids alike. In the end, the greatest hidden truth may be the simplest one, that love, fiercely protected, is stronger than fame. Ye-jin's baby has never appeared on screen, never walked a red carpet, never smiled for a camera. He is already part of history, a silent figure at the center of one of the most compelling stories in modern celebrity culture. His parents, by shielding him, have turned their family into something rarer than any fairy tale, something real, something private, something theirs alone. As the world waits, the legend grows. The question lingers in the air. As unresolved as the final scene of a cliffhanger drama, will the mystery ever be unveiled? Or will the baby of Korea's golden couple remain forever hidden in the quiet shadows of love? And so, the curtain falls on our journey into the hidden truth of Hyun and Ye-jin's baby, a story wrapped in mystery, silence, and love stronger than the world's loudest headlines. The glittering universe of celebrity, where every moment is magnified and every secret is hunted. Couple has chosen to walk a rarer path, to guard the sanctity of family above all else. Perhaps that is the untold lesson behind the mystery. May build legends, but it is love and protection that build a life. Their baby remains unseen, untouched by the glare of cameras. And in that absence lies the most powerful statement of all: some treasures are meant to be hidden, not shared. To all our readers around the world, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of Korea's most compelling love stories. Your curiosity, your passion, and your constant support inspire us to continue unveiling the mysteries behind the stars we admire. Every click, every comment, every moment you spend with us on Red Carpet Revealed keeps this community alive and thriving. As we close this chapter, remember, behind every red carpet smile lies a human story, sometimes joyful, sometimes heartbreaking, often untold. It is our mission to bring those stories to you with honesty, drama, and heart. Stay with us, because tomorrow's mystery is already waiting. Gratitude. The Red Carpet Revealed team.